Nay, there were two such, and we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou? Why, thou wilt quarrel with a man that hath a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes. What eye but such an eye would spy out such a quarrel? Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beaten as addle as an egg for quarrelling. Thou hast quarrelled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath wakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun. Didst thou not fall out with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter, with another for tying his new shoes with an old riband, and yet thou wilt tutor me from quarrelling? Hi everybody, it's Andrea, aka VioletKitty411, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody that has been engaging through comments, likes, subscriptions. It is very much appreciated, makes this much more of a community, and just makes this more fun for everybody. So today we are continuing our Romeo and Juliet saga, and today it is actually a Capp build. Now, behind the scenes, I went into SimPE and reduced the funds of both the Elder Capps and the Elder Montes down to about $3,700 each, which left $24,000 for Capp to give to his children, and actually $44,000 for Monty to give to his other two children. So it gave $52,000 to Antonio, $28,000 to Regan and Kent, $36,000 to Goneril, and $31,000 to Bianca. So I will be using that as the base before I choose the multiplier. We're going to actually do Kent, Regan, and Cornwall today, but I will be excluding anything that is under $28,000. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Know that these all don't count. And then we go 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 lots to choose from. Let's choose our lots and our multiplier. Okay, so here is our Wheel of Fortune. Let's spin the multiplier. And we're getting to, we got $56,000 to work with. And the lot, hopefully not one of the more expensive ones. 3. That might be one of the more expensive ones. Okay, so it is actually 1, 2, 3. This is doable. We've got $56,000, $32,172 is our base before I start deconstruction. I think I can do this. Honestly, this is the exact same house that I did for Sid, so I think I'm going to disqualify it and roll again. Okay, so we will actually just spin this again and hopefully come up with one that's, okay, 4. Okay, so this one, actually I think this one has got a lot of potential. So it's $28,000, which leaves me with almost $28,000 before I strip it. And let's take a look. All right, so it is 2 bedroom and it looks like 1.5 baths. I think we've got this. Yeah, in fact, I'm sure we've got this. So this isn't going to be that complicated of a build because it's not that complicated of a floor plan. And we're going to just make sure we have 2 bedrooms and 1.5 baths at least, and also a kitchen, a living area, and another living area. But we're going to need to make it a little more efficient, because as much as I like to have designated kitchen and this, this is actually causing it to be a little more dysfunctional, because look at all this area right here that I can't use at all. So we're gonna mess around with it a little bit, but first let's strip it as we do. So the stripped build now is $21,000, and let's go ahead and add the foundation in, or I should say basement in. That way we can always use it if we need to. It's always better to have it if you don't need it than to not have it if you do. And generally speaking, it's always be prepared. Never a bad idea, just saying, it's never a bad idea. Although it does help if I do it right. Okay, doubt that I'll use that, but there we go, and that's it. And I did actually forget to deconstruct the upper floor, so actually it's going to be a little bit less than I had surmised. I can't believe I forgot to do that, but not a problem. So the fully deconstructed cost is $19,504. All right, so I really think that in a footprint this size, the most intelligent way to go, of course, would be the staircase. And we're going to use the spiral staircase and orient it so the open corner happens right there. That way, if I do want to put it through the foundation, it comes down right here. I haven't made that decision, but I haven't decided not to. So that decision is made, though. By that decision, I of course mean which staircase and where to put it. Now, given what the architecture is meant to represent, something very Tudor, very traditional, too much of an open concept would be wrong. But we're going to put a 1x3 powder room right here. This area right here is going to be the kitchen with an eating space within it. This will be the formal living room and then a family room right here. Now with this, we're going to be able to create two very spacious bedrooms, just like that. But we will actually create two full baths too, so I'm going to come up with a different floor plan. And so what I came up for was to fill in this little funky area just like that and make a reflexive one over here. Then we're going to pull this down like this up like this. So that will be two bedrooms, each with their own private bath, because it's just so much more comfortable to have a private bath. And then we will put the half wall around there. We have a nice little landing area here for quiet study or something like that. So currently, without textures or doors, our build stands at $22,772, which leaves me over $33,000 to decorate and furnish. And just because this is clearly meant to be a middle class home, we're going to go ahead and fill it with the dark woods. I kind of like that for this. With the exception, of course, being the bathroom will not be wood, it will be tile. And I know it feels like a cop-out, but it's really not. I'm actually just interested in using this wall for the entire build because, again, it's supposed to look like, I feel like it's supposed to look like it hasn't been renovated, meaning that the walls are the way they were. And so let's see if we can do this. And actually, this area has those tighter ones. This does this. Okay. Okay, so with the covering and the doors in, we come at $25,342. So let's go ahead and furnish it. Now, I actually do think that this little chimney well here is a waste of money. We are going to keep the chimney exactly where it is, but we actually don't need it. So we're going to just go ahead and get rid of that because we can just keep the chimney. Oh, and plus I don't need the chimney there because of where it's going to be. All right. No, I'm not going to put a chimney on the second floor. No, that's fine. That's fine. We are going to put a chimney there, but it will not be that chimney. So with that placed, of course, let's go ahead and fix our plumbing. And we will use this. We're gonna go country style with the pine because it just seems to make sense as far as the toilets. And while in reality I'm not really a fan of pedestal sinks, they absolutely work for this style of build. So this kitchen is sort of my opus. It should work, but there is a possibility that it won't, so it definitely needs play testing. Putting things at diagonal, as I mentioned, can be very difficult. I am certain that I've done a refrigerator at a diagonal, and that should work. My concern here is pathing, but they do have a way in and out of this regardless, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. They might pick up things here, walk through here, start using this. Now, this is actually a combination mostly of regular counters. This one right here is actually a bar counter, and it pokes out a little bit through the back. But we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to pretend it didn't happen, because let's face it, we're not going to look at the outside that frequently. But isn't it great from the inside? Okay, so my budget is $56,000. It is currently sitting at $54,880, which if they wanted to, they could purchase another staircase and take it downstairs, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty sparse, but at least it's roomy. So we've got the sitting room here. We've got the bookcase and a chess table. We do have a mirror in every bathroom. We've got 2.5 baths, 2 bedrooms. Again, very sparsely. Hello, Daisy. Sing the song of your people. 2 very sparsely appointed bedrooms, but they get the job done, and a very nice kitchen. And really, the kitchen should be the heart of the home. No dishwasher, no trash compactor. I had to go with, they're going to wash their dishes in a sink and use an actual garbage can. All right, so let's put them in and see what they think. So one of the things I did when I was working in Simpy and gave them each some money is I actually named them Monty 2, Capp 2, Capp 3, Monty 3. And one of the reasons to do that is that way you can use the family funds cheat. There we go, family funds. All right, family funds, and then you have to do quote Capp. Of course, it helps if I spell it right. CAPP space II. Oh, that was some seriously bad typing. II, and then we're going to say 56,000. Because this way the game recognizes exactly which cap it goes to. And there we go. All right, so let's put them in. Was it this one? It was this one. There we go. Okay, so here's Regan and Cornwall and Kent. Kent needs hair. And Kent actually has 2 lady loves. Well, he's got a thing for Bianca, and actually with Titania Summer Dream, if left to their own devices, he and Titania will have a child if you have neighborhood story progression mod. Kent, would you please go wash your hands in that kitchen sink? Let's see. He's not. He can! All right, great, great. Love that. And Regan and Cornwall apparently just fell in love, which is fantastic for them. Yay. All right. That's wonderful. In my life in Veronaville, he's cheating on her autonomously. Okay, now Kent, let's see how... Oh, you like to cook? That's great for you. And you actually have some pretty good cooking skills, which is why I had elected you. And everything seems to be working great. Pathing is awesome. All right, and the 2 of you can come get some. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Humble. Good to see you again. Well, it looks like this is going to work for them. It's a pretty nice house. Standard, basic, no bells and whistles, but comfortable. And that's really all that counts. Well, thank you so much. I will see you soon in the pixelated world. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And that's all I have to say. BK out.